Oh my gosh. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave and today we are looking at xDarkin's Combo Priest. I wanted to take a look at this one because it's a very different style of Combo Priest than ones we've played before. Particularly in our budget videos we tend to play a very aggressive style of Combo Priest, Inner Fire, Divine Spirit Priest. Where we're very low to the ground. We don't play a lot of things that cost more than 4 or 5 mana. But this, what Darkin's got going on here, is a little bit more of a late game combo deck. We can see right at the bottom here, we've got Worm Guards, we've got Nightscale Matriarchs, we've even got Bone Drakes in here, which represents a bit more of a bigger threat, particularly in that it's a lot easier to combo off with cards like Wormguard. You know, we don't need to hit 2 or 3 Divine Spirits in the case when we're playing Shadow Visions and 1 Inner Fire. Even just 1 Inner Fire on this monster is going to turn it into 11 power and start doing some damage. So that is an interesting element. It's going to be fun to see how that plays out. Although we are missing that Shadow Visions, which I'm really concerned about. I think Shadow Visions gives us a lot of flexibility, gives us room to play silver bullets like Mass Dispel and be able to hit them more often, or like Silence is a common one too, and that's something that we're lacking. So we are going to be looking out for those games where we just can't find the cards that we really need. Other than that, we've got some action at the early game. We've got Shadow Ascendants in here, which Shadow Ascendant's a card that I love, but it is a bit odd to see Shadow Ascendant, which is a very board presence oriented card. It's a very quite an aggressive card, and particularly in the current meta, it is a bit of a liability with that 2 toughness. There's lots of odd rogues around, lots of 2 power minions, so it's a little bit of a liability. So you need to kind of leverage that by playing aggressively. But we've got it in the same deck as a Mind Control, and usually the only decks that would play such things is like Spiteful Priest. So these two ideas feel very disparate. They feel very different. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that to see just how good this Shadow Ascendant is, or just how good this Mind Control is. Other than that, we've got a lot of really fun cards. Fun if you're the one playing them in Duskbreaker and Holy Water, which I haven't played with yet, but it's going to be interesting to see what kind of interactions we can have with this, whether we can kill maybe some Vile Spine Slayers or something like that. That's pretty tasty. Ooh, yeah, feel that within me. Ooh, kill a Vile Spine Slayer with a Holy Water. And we've got the Shadow of Deaths as well, so we've got a fair bit of control here. So let's see if we can kind of package everything together and get some wins on the board. The one thing that xDarkin did mention in their Hearthstone write-up, which as always you can find in the description below if you're watching on YouTube, is that Nightscale Matriarch plus Spirit Lash plus Circle of Healing equals win. So we'll look to pull off that combo hopefully. Alright, wish us luck.
Anduin versus Valera.
Okay, up against the Rogue, which is going to be a big test for us. Big test for us, especially with a garbage hand like this. I think every rogue that we've hit on ladder in the past, maybe weak and a bit, has been odd rogue. Not today though. Not today. Which is good. I think odd rogue might be a bit of a horrid matchup for us.
Is someone injured?
We'd really, if it was odd, we would really need to hit quite well.
Right away.
Fortunately, we don't have an activator for this Duskbreaker, which sucks a little bit. It's also worth noting that none of our board clears on their own get rid of a board of spiders.
Who goes there?
Let me holy water this. I think we'll just death this thing. We'll hold this coin as well. It's probably going to be pretty important to help us drop some bigger threats. Though, because it's not odd, they do have access to both Sap and Vilespine, which is going to be real hard for us to navigate with our deck full of just giant dorks. Okay, could be...
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
They are testing us here. So... if we death the Van Cleef, then we can't... we have to draw another death to kill the pig boy. So I think we're actually going to coin this holy water. And then we can death this Van Cleef next turn. We do take 1,000 damage to do so, but... so... already holy water is proving to be just a slight bit awkward. That 5 mana cost is... it's obviously balanced around that, but 5 mana is a lot of mana. Especially to only deal 4 damage.
Halt! Who goes there?
These pigs are proving troublesome. I think this is a game that we lose to a Sap or a Vilespine. At some point we're just going to have to throw this Wormguard down and cross our fingers.
So many options.
Wonder if they'll not attack with the dagger in order to keep the Hench Clan Thug at 4 power. No. Spirit Lash is a good one. At least keeps us in this game. Maybe they'll Vilespine us. They'll Vilespine this Duskbreaker so that we can't trade with it. Well, 2 out of 3 isn't the worst result, right? So what did we say? We were going to play this Wormguard and we're going to cross our fingers. Oh, please don't have any one of the many cards that results in us dying immediately. Any silence, any sap, Vilespine, and any 3 mana or less card. Leroy doesn't kill us. Unfortunate.
You have best.
Unfortunate. So yeah, we're starting to see a couple of things that we can learn. We can take some learns from this deck. All right, we'll be back with another.
Anduin versus Thrall.
Okay.
For Doomhammer.
Shaman.
Shall bring victory.
Seeing a lot of even shaman, more so than Shuttlewalk lately. It's very interesting because I think Shuttlewalk had some has had some more high-profile performances recently. Spirit Lash could be okay, but so given this start, I would say we're probably against the walk. Well, if this ain't just the most riveting thing you've ever seen.
Meddlesome insect.
Could be elementals. Yeah. I was gonna say the given the kind of cards that they've played or not played, would lean more towards some kind of elemental list. So I guess we're gonna see who can outvalue the other person. Hagatha, probably not a card we want to see.
Awaken my children.
Mind control's pretty good. Both hexes down. Ooh! That's a tasty one. Don't mind if I do. Just take the biggest thing. Just take the biggest thing. Fire plum.
The gates are open.
Play our very lonesome power word shield. No! Just keep getting stone hills off stone hills and servants off servants.
When Earth moves, empires fall.
Yeah, we'll fire off this mast. Well, what are we concerned about? Like, what, they play Osrook or something? Well, if we can hit the Nightscale Matriarch off the top, we have the combo. Oh, we can hit a Nightscale Matriarch off the Bone Drake. Come on, show me the business. Ooh. As if we haven't hit a Divine Spirit yet.
As the witch commands.
Discover Shutterwalk. Oh my gosh, if they discovered Shutterwalk. Game over. They just like play everything else in their hand, eventually get to...
Didn't go as
Oh, please don't discover another Hex. Oh my gosh! Oh, the double evolve. None of those are Doomsayers.
I wonder.
Is someone injured?
Quickly. The hand is too full.
Oops, we drew too many. It's fine. It's fine. What do we burn? Shadow Ascendant Holy Water? It's fine. Gotta go? No worries. Thanks for hanging out. I know it was a pretty impromptu stream. It's getting pretty late, so maybe once we've finished off these games, we'll hit the hay as well. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Always a pleasure. I think we will take this.
Right away.
Not the most high value target, but definitely a good tempo play. Okay. Fortunately, don't have a follow.
Awaken my children.
Come on, whelps. Let's go, Night Scale whelps. Look at this cutie. Look at this cutie. Alright. We don't have much time.
The icy winds of Northland will consume your souls!
Next time we can Spirit Lash.
Engaging TC-30 into dislocator.
No! No! Those were mine. Ah, jeez.
Meddlesome insect.
Damn it, Baku. You failed me for the last time, again.
You are the Shadow's puppet.
I don't think we're getting out of this one. What? Oh my gosh. If they bump in here and have healing rain. Okay. Not the worst result.
Almost out of cards.
As the witch.
Job's done.
We could have waited a turn to have give it taunt. Maybe we should have played Baku. Then I guess we don't get to heal.
Go as
Oh, the value. Wait, was the battle cry card that they discovered Thrall? Or are they just are they playing Hagatha and Thrall in the same deck? Oh yeah, fair enough.
You get a hat, and you get a hat.
I'm out of
A lot of hats. A lot of hats indeed. You're being buried in value. Our opponent is having the time of their life. Like 100%. They're just like, how do I hold all these limes? We just dead. Not enough mana to play the other Bloodlust. Alright, we'll show him the Baku. Give him the well played. And throw it back. Definitely got rolled up on that one.
Anduin versus Rexar.
Okay. Against Hunter.
Begin. The light shall
So-
bring victory.
Death's probably not going to be too useful. Do we want this Twilight Drake? Gives us an activator for Duskbreaker. The cards we really want to hit are like Northshire Cleric and maybe Shadow Ascendant. Maybe Spirit Lash. But I think we'll keep the Drake. I think with as many 5 mana and higher cards in our deck, I think we want to be a bit more conservative with our mulligans. That's generally how I play things, is in a lot of control decks I'll be a bit more conservative, Whereas with aggressive decks, I'll be aggressive.
Is someone injured?
You know, a lot of aggressive lists, you have a lot less turns in order to a lot less turns that you need to maximize with your strategy. Whereas control decks, you need to weather that early game. And sometimes if you full mull, you're just going to hit all the bricks. Okay.
Right away.
We are happy with that start out of our opponent. We have a Duskbreaker ready to go. Even got a Circle of Healing for some potential shenaniganry.
This beast will not be tamed.
Like right here. But I think we'll just draw the one card. Yeah. I think we're happy with that. We don't really have too much else to combine this Circle of Healing with, though. And I guess if we're going to play Twilight Drake next turn, we kind of want as many cards as possible. But we're not getting cards out of it. Alright, let's see if you eat a silence. So this is probably some form of Death Rattly big hunter. So this Master Spell could be pretty useful if we hit some cubes or something like that. Some green jellies, some lamb jellies. So Ruby, so jellies are from Monster Hunter, not Monster Hunter, Dragon Quest, right? Like that's a bit of a trope in that game. Is a green slime like a low level one or a high level one? How do slimes work?
I must consider.
The green jelly. Green slimes are usually cure slimes. Okay, next question. What's a cure slime?
You are the Shadow's puppet.
It heals other enemies or allies. Right. So is that like, is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it just a thing? Oh, our opponent on the early Rexar. So we'll try and set up the combo. At the very least, if we go 0-3 in games with this deck, as long as we get the combo off, that's fine. Although, if we get the combo off, we should win. So that's what the deck description said. Although there are also the green slimes that are bubble slimes that are poisonous. There are a lot of slimes. Some slimes are good guys, like Rocket. Or Healy. My gosh. It seems like there's a lot to know about slimes. There are some famously nice slimes. Good guy slimes.
I wonder.
Are we gonna get crushing walled? There's no way of knowing. Well, we've set it up. We've got damage on the board. We've got another Spirit Lash, even if everything dies. We're gonna go off with Nightscale Matriarch. I don't care about this. Do whatever. Yeah, get a Charging Devil's on. Whatever.
Awaken, my children.
Do I want one more beast? One more whelp? Yes.
Job's done.
Oh no, I need the crushing wall tech. So what about Dragon Quest keeps you involved? Like, because I know the trope is that it's like it's a long game and it takes forever, but like, what about it keeps y'all involved? Like, is it something mechanically? Is it the storytelling, the art style? King Kush over here. It's gonna be a spicy one to mind control. The writing mostly, it's extremely lighthearted compared to a lot of JRPGs and uses puns like there's no tomorrow. Is that a localization thing, or is it actually pretty punny in Japanese as well? It's relaxing, bright, and not too heady. Heady? Is that what that word is? So it's not like I guess the JRPG trope with Final Fantasy that is, you know, the end boss is like some weird amalgam of like, oh, it's space and time, and this one white-haired male has like drawn them both together and become a dragon. Also, they're naked. Whoa! Stone Skin Basilisk. I'm not sure actually. The localization started off fairly dry, but got better after a while. I don't know if the original script is dry or not. It's the second stone skin basilisk. Okay, so we've got a bit of momentum as far as tempo goes, but our opponent does have the late game.
My pack will hunt
Ooh.
Your magic shall not save you.
Ooh. Ooh, this shore is gonna wreck us. Right, Worm Guard off the top. Hey.
as the witch commands.
Still got both inner fires left, so I guess we'll hold this to serve both divine spirits. So we'll hold this inner fire. Yeah, I really appreciate good localization. It's definitely something that is can often be overlooked. Eee. This is pretty bad. Because now we just get crushed by the Builder-Beast hero power. Like a bit too deep into this game. That sure. Whoa. That sure brutalized us. Of the frozen wastes rise. Yeah, happy to call this one.
Well played.
GG to our opponent.
You have best.
That's Shaw. Ooh. It's definitely a point in Shaw's favor. I've kind of been so-so on him in like mid-range hunter, but that game certainly proved that it's well worth his weight. So let's take a look at the deck. Obviously we're a little bit let down there, but there are some elements of the deck that I like, others that are trying to maybe a little bit clunky. I'm not sure if this is a list that we want to move closer to being more like every other kind of Inner Fire Divine Spirit Priest, or if it's something we want to move it further away from that. But already I think what I would do is something like cut these Holy Waters. I think they were not really doing too much. I guess we don't have to run the Shadow Ascendance if we're doing more of a late game kind of thing. We definitely want to get this second Power Word Shield in here. We want to get Shadow Visions in here. Happy to keep the one Master Spell, but this could easily be another a Silence, just the card Silence. I also think we want to try and find a room for wild pyros. These will really help us lock down that early game. Something fierce. Also goes great with Northshire Cleric Circle of Healing. Just draw us a bunch of cards. So maybe we cut the Holy Novas because of that. Like, you know, we're playing a bit more of a... Like, we've got more clears in there, so we can do that instead. So we've got Twilight Drakes, we've still got the Bone Drakes, still got a nice late game. It's got those Circle of Healing, it's got those Spirit Lashes in there. I think very well positioned against wide minion decks. We've even got both Shadow or Death still in here. I think with the Shadow Visions, you could consider going down to one Shadow or Death. What else? Maybe you cut one Shadow or Death and play two Acolytes of Pain. You know, something like this. I think I like. But if you did enjoy the video, please let me know. Obviously, we copped a lot of L's, but those L's don't stand for loss. They stand for learn. We learnt quite a lot. Got to play with some fun cards that we otherwise would not have. All the links down in the description. If you are watching on YouTube, you can go over to the Hearthstone page. If you like the deck, please give it a +1. Leave some thoughtful comments. And yeah, if you've got a deck you want me to play, best place to hit me up is on Twitter at Tommy_Wave or any of the other social links down below. And until next time, I do hope that you all manage to stay wavy and have a good one.